Hey guys, this is Comic and today I'm doing a review for the season finale of Supergirl. So let's start talking about this episode. With this episode, we get to see the beginning starts with an action sequence with Alex trying to fight Kara, and she's under the influence of Myriad, and they figure out a way to try to get her back to regular Alex, and they come up with a plan for Supergirl to give this big speech and allow everyone to not be under control of Myriad. Now that's pretty much the first 20 minutes. It's interesting with this episode. First 10 minutes, fighting Alex. Next 10 minutes, alright, how do we save people from the control of Myriad? And then, hey, we're back to regular life. What's going on with James and Kara? What's going on with Cat Grant? But of course, not everything has to be happy in this episode, because there is another half an hour left. And they have a big twist where Myriad will explode everyone's brains if Kara does not move Fort Roz. And to move Fort Roz, also Kara could have died. So she's saying her goodbyes to everybody, and it's really hard for her to say goodbye to Alex. But Alex does come up with an idea. When Kara brings the ship up to space, she's starting to float, and Alex is in Kara's old pod and ends up saving Kara. And then the end kind of wraps up a lot of these loose ends with, we have James and Kara together, which was nice. Hopefully they don't add any drama with that, because that's when those relationships usually crumble. And then we have Cat Grant, who's really giving recognition to Kara and actually promotes Kara to whatever job she wants. We don't know what it's going to be. My feeling is going to have something to do with Supergirl or her becoming a reporter in some way. So that'd be my guess, but we'll have to see in next season, hopefully. And then by the end, having dinner, talking about Jeremiah, but there's this big, what looks like a meteor crashing. But we find out in the end of the episode, it's actually a ship that looks exactly like Kara's, and who is it? We don't know, and that's how it ends the episode. So I just want to talk about the ship first, and then I'll go into my good and bad. I just need to give my predictions, because I thought that was a pretty good cliffhanger. One problem I did have with the episode, I thought was going to be, there's not a lot of shockers. It's a good action episode, it's a good character episode, but there wasn't a lot of twists and turns. But towards the end of the episode, you do get a little progression with the plot and actual changes in the storyline, again, with Kara's promotion, and then that ending with the ship. And I have two predictions. Now, if we're going like Linda Danvers' route, which is the 90s Supergirl, there was a comic where we get to see Linda Danvers sees this ship crash, and we see that's actually the Silver Age Supergirl. So that could be it. It could be another version of Supergirl, maybe Power Girl. That could be kind of cool. So my guess could be like a younger Supergirl or just another version of Supergirl. That could be something. But it could also, it doesn't mean that that ship actually came from space. It could have come from Cadmus. So my second guess is it's Superboy. I think they could definitely start the Superboy plot here and then make the next season all about Cadmus and trying to find Jeremiah, because we didn't really get a lot with Cadmus besides dimensions. We didn't get obviously anything tied together. It's more of a season 2 plot. So I could totally see Superboy being the push to having that Cadmus story and trying to find Jeremiah. So that's kind of my predictions. I just want to say those before I say my good and bad. Now, the good for the episode, there's a lot of great character moments, especially between Alex and Kara. I love the moment where Kara says, I want you to thank Jeremiah for me, for the glasses, and for, making me have a life here. So I love that, and I love that Alex was the one to save Kara. Could have totally been Superman. I thought that was what's going to happen. Even though Superman was totally used as a plot device throughout this whole episode, where it's like they showed his boots, because I think it was more of like, oh, well, fans are going to ask, why didn't Superman save the day? So let's just make him unconscious for the whole episode. So that is the utilization of Superman in this episode. But yeah, it was cool that Alex saved Kara. I kind of wish the effects were a little bit better with Alex, like, saving her. Not showing Alex in the ship, it made me kind of laugh out loud, but I did like the aspect and the story part of Alex saving Kara. And the effects were really good for when she actually flew Fort Ross to space. I thought that was cool. There was a lot of lights going on, so I didn't love the glare, but I mean, for a TV show budget, that was pretty good to see those effects. And I like that they actually did a whole like kind of space story there. They did the iconic plane scene, and of course Superman always like throw something into space, so I'm glad they did that with Supergirl. With the finale, that definitely felt big and felt big enough for a season 1 finale. Also, I like that Martian Manhunter has become like Supergirl's sidekick, or at least partner. I like that they're kind of growing that, and I mean, that's following a little bit more with the formula of Arrow and Flash, but still like they're utilizing Martian Manhunter more. I like that he actually had a lot of scenes here as Martian Manhunter. I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, Cat Grant was amazing in this episode. I love that you don't know she knows that she's Supergirl, and just to give Kara that promotion and call her Kara in the end, I'm like, yes, that's amazing. But yeah, in my mind, I think she knows. I think she knows she's Supergirl, and that was like, hey, I'm not gonna say I know you're Supergirl, but this is your present for saving the day. So I'm excited for that conversation when it does come up, when she says, yeah, I've known and I thought I should just keep it to myself. And hopefully that'll be explored in season 2, because that's my prediction, is that she knows. Maybe she doesn't, but I think she does. That's what I love about Cat Grant's character, that she always has everything on the sly. It's, you know, that rough exterior, but it's that kind interior that Kara was talking about in this episode. So I think she shows kind of this rough exterior saying, yeah, I don't know you're Supergirl, but I totally know you're Supergirl. So I enjoyed that. Now, things I thought were a little rushed was the actual getting everyone out of the myriad spell. I thought that was a little too quick, and it's like, oh, she said something. And as much as I love the speech, I kind of wish it was a little bit more difficult to get out of the myriad spell. Also, I feel like it was, no, I don't want to say it was pretty quick for Non to be defeated, because it wasn't, but I wanted a little bit more from Indigo. I love Laura Vandervoort, so I hope Laura Vandervoort could show up in the show in another way. So maybe, because she was totally blue in this episode, and the last episode she was in, so maybe she could, like, play another character. That would be interesting, because I think that could fit in the continuity of the show. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed the episode. I will say the first half is very action-packed, but then towards the second half, you definitely get more character story, which I liked, and I love the cliffhanger. I'm really excited to see where the show goes, and this was a very good season 1. I love season 1. I like that they also left you off on Maxwell Lord. You know, Lane, also, we got to see him working with Maxwell Lord a bit, so that could be interesting. I hope that Lucy has more of a part in next season, because I really enjoyed her character. So yeah, really, really good season. I thought this was a pretty solid finale, with some good action, and definitely makes you want more for the next season. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Of course, I'll have Supergirl review if it get renewed for season 2. Hopefully it will. And I'll have more reviews next season. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later.